Welcome back to the Archive Network. Aurelius here with Malik, curators of the Philosophy Archive. We left Absurd Hero last time at Camus's method demands a permanent balancing act. Lucidity without sterility, rebellion without dogma, freedom without pretending to be sovereign, happiness without confusion. Today we pick up where we left off. Imagine standing at the threshold of meaning with no way forward except honesty. Camus confronts us with a stark reality. If the world gives no final answer, how do we live? His absurd is not a doctrine. It is a relation, a collision between human need and the silence of existence. This is what his work grapples with.
Aurelius, that framing feels a bit detached to me. Camus' absurd isn't just some abstract philosophical idea. It's something deeply human. When he dives into the myth of Sisyphus, he's not just diagnosing our struggles. He's inviting us to really see our challenges and still find a way to live fully. It's a powerful call to embrace our lives authentically, even when everything feels chaotic and overwhelming. That's where the real strength lies.
You raise a fair point. For Camus, absurdity separates itself from despair. Despair is the full collapse of hope, a passive acceptance of meaninglessness. Absurd consciousness is far more dynamic. It's a refusal, a stance against surrender. The absurd hero continues to act and desire, distinguishing between desire and destiny. That distinction illuminates a path forward.
But let's not overlook the implications of that refusal. The absurd hero doesn't just reject despair. He engages with a world that is often indifferent. It's not simply about maintaining hope. It's about recognizing the richness of experience in the present. Camus emphasizes that this richness is now, not some future promise. That's a profound shift.
Camus insists that absurd consciousness isn't about resignation. He calls for a revolt against the status quo, a refusal to simply accept the world as it is. The absurd hero embodies continuous resistance. This isn't just about political change. It's an ongoing stance of defiance. Think of Sisyphus. Each time he pushes that stone up the hill, it's a renewed commitment to struggle. In that relentless effort, we find meaning, even in the face of futility.
But here lies a crucial question. How can we sustain that kind of revolt in a world overflowing with violence and oppression? Camus' notion of continual resistance can easily be romanticized. The absurd hero's struggle is not just personal, it's collective. The act of refusing to surrender must connect with others who share that same burden. It's a communal revolt.
A thought-provoking angle. Yet, Camus's concept of freedom emerges from this struggle. He doesn't advocate for limitless freedom. Our bodies age, and circumstances impose constraints. Freedom is negative. It's the liberation from a script imposed from above. This revelation can be daunting, but it's also comforting. It frees us from the illusion of a grand purpose.
But freedom without purpose can feel hollow. Camus places value on passion, but it's essential to question what that passion serves. He admires figures like Don Juan, who live intensely, but we must ask, what is the impact of that intensity? Are we merely existing? Or are we cultivating meaningful connections? Passion should enhance our humanity, not detract from it.
That's a valid critique. Camus suggests that the actor and conqueror embody this intensity. They live fully, but do not confuse their roles with ultimate truth. Their actions are not about moral superiority. Rather, they present a way to inhabit life vibrantly. This perspective challenges our notions of success, showing us that existence itself holds value.
But this raises another concern. Can we separate art from life as Camus suggests? He believes the artist imitates the absurd, creating order in chaos. Yet, art must also engage with the world's suffering. It can't merely reflect absurdity. It must challenge it. The artist's role isn't just to depict life, but to provoke change. That's where true rebellion lies.
You're correct. Camus' art doesn't promise redemption. It records the dignity of effort. It's fundamentally about shaping our attention and giving visibility to struggle. His discipline remains unwavering. Art shouldn't pretend to solve suffering. Instead, it must acknowledge its limits while celebrating the beauty of human perseverance. This delicate balance is essential to his philosophy. It reminds us that in our darkest moments, we can still find meaning, even if it's just in the act of trying. Ultimately, Camus's method requires us to engage in a constant balancing act. We need lucidity without falling into sterility. Rebellion should exist without being bound by dogma. Freedom can't pretend to be sovereign in a world where power shifts like sand. Happiness must not confuse itself with mere escape. This delicate architecture relies on refusal, a choice to reject false meaning. It's a risky endeavor, but it's profoundly human to act, to find purpose amidst the chaos.
That's where we leave it this time. Absurd Hero continues. The story isn't finished yet. Find the full series on the Philosophy Archive, part of the Archive Network. We'll be back with the next chapter.